I'm amazing, I'm the best, who cares? I'm not even gonna prepare this class, or I'm not gonna give them my best because, I'm a star. That's the day you start going down. Yeah, respect for the people I serve. It doesn't matter, how many years you've been doing this. It doesn't matter if they respect your name. You have to earn their respect daily. When you know that you say, I'm gonna start something, and you witness yourself finishing it, there is a sense of respect for your own commitment that builds your self-confidence. It's so amazing. But basically that's it. I just keep focused on what has to be done, and I do it. I don't wait for inspiration. There is no such a thing as I'm going to do it when I feel like it, when I'm inspired, when I feel creativity hitting. There is no such a thing. It's very structured. It is all built around deadlines, which I think are very good for creatives. A deadline for anything most likely will not finish it. You can start it, but you will not finish it. Water, yoga. I do ashtanga yoga, at least 40 minutes, and 20 minutes meditation.
I used to think if I couldn't find hope, I should just let it all go. I used to think if I couldn't make dreams come true, I should just let them all go.
So Joana, now moving forward, for our listeners, tell us about your time management skills. How do you spend your day, and what are your productive hours? What are your processes throughout the day?
Oh my God, I love productivity. I've been on a journey to become a little bit more fluid, because I'm naturally disciplined. Then again, I was trained as a dancer. I think this is a byproduct of dance training. I don't know any dancer who is not disciplined. You get this instilled in you from an early age, and then you're always very structured. So I try to be a little bit more fluid, but naturally I'm very disciplined. I plan and prepare. And of course I try to be adaptable because, life happens, and when you're dealing with a lot of people, which I am at my school nowadays, I'm dealing with groups of dancers for different courses. Someone asks me for this, and then one cannot attend the class, and then one asks me for another thing. There is a lot of adaptability here that I have to have. But as a base, I have my routines and I have my non-negotiables to keep myself on track. So I am a morning person, although I worked at night for many years while I was in Cairo. So I was mostly performing. So I was quite contrary to my nature because I was working most of the afternoon, and then most of the night. I will come home very late. I could not enjoy the morning. But since I stopped performing every night and I could build my own routines, I'm a morning person. So I love to wake up early in the morning, and my non-negotiables are water, yoga. I do ashtanga yoga, at least 40 minutes, and 20 minutes meditation. Okay? This is the non-negotiable. This is it. Water, ashtanga yoga, 20 minutes meditation. This makes me grounded. Okay? So I don't even do it it's not even for health reasons. It's really just to keep myself
centered.
Yeah, centered and grounded, all right? And then my days are very different, because it really depends on who I'm teaching, what courses I have going on in my school, if I'm having live classes to deliver, if I have pre-recorded content that I'm making available, if I'm writing. So it depends on the season I'm in. These days, I can give you an overlook of October, for instance. I'm divided into my private coaching sessions. So I have sessions booked with students from different parts of the world with different time zones. This is private teaching, and it's quite flexible. Then I have live classes at Joana Saahirah's online dance school that are scheduled, that I have to deliver at specific days, at specific times. And I am also working on a book. Okay, so I try to organize each day according to the commitments I have with these different focuses: the book, my private coaching, and the classes I have going on at my school. I'm also in the process of creating my podcast. So I'm working with a personal brand coach, and that is taking another set of chunks of time that I'm carving out of my day in order to strengthen my brand and also build a podcast that can be a voice for my brand. Okay, so basically that's it. I am crazy for planning. I write everything down. My agenda is always stuck to me. I cannot live without my agenda. but basically that's it. You know, I just keep focused on what has to be done and I do it. I don't wait for inspiration. You know, I was just talking with an editor yesterday about this, and she was asking me, how do you write? Well, how is your writing routine? I tell her, no, if I'm working on a specific thing, then again, I think this comes from the dance training. You don't wait for inspiration. You say, okay, from this time to this time, I'm in my writing spot doing this. And then from this time to this time, I'm in my dance studio creating this choreography, delivering this class, delivering this course, whatever. There is no such a thing as I'm going to do it when I feel like it, when I'm inspired, when I feel creativity hitting. There is no such a thing. It's very structured. It is all built around deadlines, which I think are very good for creatives. Okay, they're not glamorous, they're not pleasant. I think creative people don't like deadlines, but they're very, very important. If you don't have a deadline for anything, most likely will not finish it. You can start it, but you will not finish it. So I actually like having deadlines. That course has to be delivered until that day. So I have commitment to my students. I have to show up with certain content on this day, that day, that day. Even if I'm tired, even if I'm not in the mood, even if I am now in a bad day, I have to put myself in the mood. I have to give them my best. This is a training that you do also if you want to work professionally in an artistic area. You know, this conversation of I do it once in a while, or I do it in a flash of inspiration. It's the most amateurish and the most nonsense idea that you can associate with creativity, because that's not how things work. Not if you leave from your creative work, let's say. If you don't leave from it, it's another story. But if you leave from your creative work, it's very much like an employee who is building her own schedule. You know, I am my own boss, but I'm also my own employee. So I don't have anyone telling me you have to do that, you have to deliver that. I am that person. I am that boss telling me, today you have to deliver this, today you have to accomplish this. And I do it because it's my life and because I like to get things done. I really take a lot of pleasure from saying, wow, I'm gonna make this amazing course or this amazing show or this amazing book, and actually finishing it. It's done. This is also a part of self-confidence. Right. And this is something I teach my students, you know. Just recently, I finished a course on self-confidence and Egyptian dance at my school. And one of the aspects that we worked that surprised students so much was the question of starting and finishing things. You know, they asked me, Joana, but what's the connection between starting and finishing things and self-confidence? I said, there is a big connection.
Could be good for me. Lately I was feeling like I need a purpose.
When you know that you say, I'm going to start something, and you witness yourself finishing it, there is a sense of respect for your own commitment that builds your self-confidence. It's so amazing to say, oh, I have this dream, and you know what? I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah.
And actually making it happen, and you look at it and you say, damn, I made that. I said I would, and I did it. This is the biggest boost of self-confidence you can ever get. Because then you have the proof that you can do wherever you put your mind and your work to, you know? You have the proof. And it builds you from inside. So all of it is so much about passion, discipline, showing up, and respect for the people I serve as well. Respect for the people I serve. It doesn't matter, you know, how many years you've been doing this. It doesn't matter if they respect your name. You have to earn their respect daily. Daily.
Daily.
Daily. It is never done. You know, the day you think, wow, I'm amazing, I'm the best, who cares? I'm not even gonna prepare this class, or I'm not gonna give them my best because, you know, I'm a star. That's the day you start going down. Yeah, of course. So, you know, my days are really an homage to my dreams. Not in a poetic way, in a very practical, very material, practical way. Homage to my dreams is, what do I have to do to materialize my dreams, one at a time? You know, no monkey business, no accessories, the real thing. What do I have to do?
Yeah.
Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, okay. And then dealing with unexpected things, right? I mean, and adapting and being flexible, but always having a guideline of what matters the most for you and building your days around it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Like it has been, there are so many takeaways which, listeners can take from here. And thank you so much for sharing that. Now I'm taking you back to the womanhood. I want to know that how much a codependency on a masculine energy is good for being women when we are talking about, finding joy and pleasure in oneself or in their own bodies, accepting themselves. But then there is a codependency on a masculine energy or a man in the life, which takes away so much of energy of a women. So how about that?
Okay.